Enhypen just performed at Coachella, and I have a lot to say about the outfits. Some of which you'll really like to hear, others maybe not so much. Some things you'll agree with, other things probably not. But I hope you'll listen to what I have to say because this is the official K-pop stan recap of the Coachella Outfits Enhypen edition. I'm gonna walk you guys through everything Enhypen wore during their very major, very iconic Coachella set. I'll talk about what brands they wore, what concept the outfit was. I'll walk you through individual outfits. I'll talk about whose outfit was my favorite, what I think they could have done better. Anything relating to the outfits, we're gonna talk about it. And this is a very special episode, you guys, because I don't know if you guys know this or you guys know this, but I never ever do videos dedicated to one group or talking about only one group. So this is a very special episode, you guys. We're gonna talk about it all. But before I get into the Coachella outfits, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more fun videos like this where I talk all about the worlds of K-pop and fashion. Okay, let's get into it, you guys. For the Coachella performance, Enhypen wore custom Prada, a brand which the group are ambassadors for. They've been Prada ambassadors for a minute now, or like a while now actually, and they wore entirely Prada, head to toe, all Prada, which I guess is somewhat to be expected since Prada is like a full look brand, or from what I've noticed at least. And while I did like their outfits for the most part, which we'll get into individually in a second, I will say that personally, I don't think that Prada was the right choice for the occasion, or like the best choice, I should say, for the occasion. And I'll tell you why. The members of Enhypen all wore these matching bedazzled denim Western themed looks. And while I do appreciate the direction they went in and what they were trying to do with this whole Coachella cowboy desert vibes, I definitely saw the vision, I definitely felt the vision. The reason I wasn't totally gagged from the outfits was because I didn't feel as if their stage looks were very true to Prada as a brand. It didn't really feel true to Prada's brand aesthetic. For all I know, their outfits could have been from any brand. Like none of it really read to me as like signature Prada. I thought that their custom outfits were kind of derivative of other brands, and I'll show you guys some examples in a second. But to me, when I think of Prada, I think about this brand that's more so about this kind of quirky, but still sharp tailoring, right? Like I don't really think of denim. I don't think of stagewear. I definitely think about red carpet, not the stage, right? This was definitely Prada's attempt to get into stagewear. And it honestly was a good attempt. It really, really was a good attempt, but I feel as if Enhypen wanted to go for more of this kind of Western, bohemian cowboy concept. They should have or could have gone for a brand that's more true to that, right? So think of a brand like Levi's or Ralph Lauren, or even like a Japanese denim brand, Celine, Isabel Marant, or a brand like R13 could have actually been very cool, or even Miu Miu actually would have been very cool. I get that obviously Prada didn't want Enhypen to end up wearing like a competitor brand. Like imagine them wearing like Louis Vuitton or something. Prada would have been so pissed. And I get that Enhypen probably as Prada's ambassadors wanted to do Prada a big one, right? But I feel like the decision to wear Prada, to me, it just came across as too much of a commercially driven decision. Like I felt like the capitalistic choice, if that makes sense to you guys. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? That's just my take though. Anyways, let's get into their individual outfits. I'm gonna walk you guys through their individual outfits and then I'm gonna choose some of my favorites and also talk about what I would have liked to see Prada style them in instead. Starting with Sunghoon's look, I really wanna start with Sunghoon's look because I personally feel as if his look was kind of the foundational look that Prada started with and then started making variations with for the other members. Not to say that like Sunghoon's the center or this and that, or like they made it around based on him, but more so just the outfit wise. I feel like they started with this core concept of an outfit and then from there kind of branched out and made variations, if that makes sense to you guys. So of course he wore the matching denim set. He wore the denim cargo pants that a majority of the other members wore as well. And then he wore them denim kind of jacket with the Western yoke detailing here. Do you guys see how like the kind of yoke is highlighted with the leather piping or something like that? And then yeah, it has a basic collar and then it has the undershirt, the button-up undershirt with the kind of like snap buns. And then also a core element to all of the outfits that you can see on everyone else's outfits as well is the belt buckle. They kind of did this cool like plaque belt buckle. If anything, that was probably my favorite piece out of the whole thing. And this kind of thick, very rugged, used, worn down leather, like the kind of distressed leather. And that kind of like big circular plaque. That was like a really cool element. And then the wallet chain that the rest of them wore as well. Do you guys see what I'm saying in the sense that I feel like his outfit was kind of, the elements of his outfit were present throughout the rest of the members' outfit as well, right? So it really felt like they started with his outfit and then kind of branched off. But in terms of the outfit on Sunghoon itself, I think it did fine. It looks great on him. I think Sunghoon has the proportion where he feels like, or it looks like he looks good in everything, right? Like it doesn't really matter what he wears, he ends up looking good in everything. But yeah, I do think the pants fit him well. The jacket fits him really well as well. And then the jacket has that kind of like raglan sleeve, right? So it like drops on the shoulder very nicely. Hairstyled very well, and I think the undershirt, the yellow undershirt, maybe washes him out a little bit, or it's kind of close to his skin tone. But other than that, this is kind of very the core look that I really felt from the rest of the members. Moving on to Jay, the next Jay is like the first variation that they kind of went in a different direction in. So he's wearing the same cargo pants, as you can see, like the look that majority of them wearing. And then he's wearing this kind of like fun purple Western detail shirt. You guys see how it's kind of bedazzled with the blue crystals, and it has that Western yoke detailing, and then the print on the rest of the shirt. I feel like his shirt was kind of, it reminds me a lot of what Eddie Slimane would do for Celine with this kind of like Western yoke detailing. Not to say that Eddie Slimane owns like the Western detailing, but I feel like this is very something he would do in terms of stage wear. Like this is very, his kind of bedazzled Western themed elements, like Western like rayon or silk shirts. Like this feels, to me personally, this feels very Celine. This feels very Celine by Eddie Slimane, I'll just say it. And then he's wearing the kind of matching scarf on his waistline, or like his belt loop. And then of course the belt again. You can really see the belt in effect here, like because his shirt's tucked into the belt, right? And then he's wearing the Prada tank top underneath with the signature Prada triangle logo or whatever. But yeah, I think it looks good. I like the purple touch a lot, actually. I think it looks great on him. It looks really cool. And then the purple against like the bedazzled blue buttons. It works, actually. It works. It's working for me. But again, for me, it feels a little bit derivative. Next, Jungwon. Jungwon is such a cutie, guys. Like, I love Jungwon. I think Jungwon probably like one of the best outfits, in my opinion. So he wore the same kind of idea as Jay. He wore this kind of bedazzled shirt, but his shirt doesn't have like a crazy print to it. It has the same kind of Western detailing on the yoke, and then the bedazzled blue buttons, the turquoise buttons to go along with the blue shirt, and then the rest of the shirt is this kind of like mint greens, right? So in the photo, you can kind of see that he has the long sleeve, or it has the longer sleeve. But thankfully, for the actual Coachella stage, they ripped it off and showed a little bit more like of his arm, which is like I think a little bit better. Like I feel like this sleeve, like it kind of drowns his arm out, makes his arm look a little bit short, right? Because it kind of like hides his elbow a little bit. So thankfully for the Coachella stage, they ripped the shoulder, like the shirt off. I don't know how Prada felt about that, you guys. But yeah, like I feel like his ultimate stage looked way better. And then of course he has like the blonde hair, which I really like on him, like the kind of blonde chestnut hair. Again, the same bottom half as Jay, and then Sunghoon, the denim cargo pants with the wallet chain. Looks good. I feel like the cohesion between the bottoms all looked really good. But yeah, like I feel like this kind of gold, the kind of color story, the mint and the blues and the crystals, all like the kind of cooler tone colors, right? But yeah, like Jungwon looks really good. Jungwon's like one of my personal faves. Next we have Jake. I think Jake looks really suave as always. He's wearing kind of like a variation of Sunghoon's look as well. He's wearing a denim jacket as well, but his denim jacket has that leather collar look. That's been done like a million times before. This is Prada does this. Celine also does the exact same thing. But Jake has like a blue undershirt with these on the placket. The placket has the kind of piping on it, that orange piping that makes it stand out a little bit more. And then, yeah, like Jake's look is very good as well. The hair looks cool. But he's wearing like a different kind of denim jean. It's more so this kind of like, it has like a little two darts, like the lower knee section, a little bit more even, a little bit variation, and then the wallet chain as well, right? But yeah, Jake's look was fine. I think the blue on blue was kind of, I don't know about that, but it was fine. At least it had the kind of detailing on the placket, right? So there's that, there's Jake. Jake is honestly like my favorite in Enhypen, you guys, like such a cutie. Next we have Sunoo. Sunoo again with the Western shirt. This Western shirt feels very Celine. There's like a jacket that Celine did that was like similar to this with this kind of Western yoke thing that almost feels like a guitar. And then it has the kind of like really black contrast stitching. Again, the bottoms are this kind of, it's kind of like a combo between like the knee dart detailing and then the cargo pants. But yeah, like I think Sunoo looked really good as well. The short black hair, I really like the short black hair on him. Looks very like boyish. I really like that on him. But yeah, like this was fine as well. I think the white shirt and the white undershirt was kind of like lost a little bit. It kind of blended together. But other than that, I think the look for Sunoo was good as well, actually. It was, I mean, they were all good, right? Next we have Heeseung with a crazy bright red hair. The now signature red hair, right? This look to me, I feel like this look felt very Louis Vuitton. It felt very Nicolas Guesquière Louis Vuitton. That kind of denim leather combo and that kind of oversized shape, right? Like that kind of like cap sleeve, oversized denim vest shape. I feel like, who was it? Yeah, like I feel like this feels, to me this feels very Louis Vuitton, but other than that, I feel like it was fine. It worked on him. I think that because it was oversized, it worked well on the stage. It showed a lot of movement. He was swinging back and forth, and then the contrast between the denim and the red hair, everything was, it was working, you guys. It was working, but yeah. Felt very Louis Vuitton. Other elements feel very Celine. there's that. And then finally we have Nicki. Nicki's one of the best dressed as well, in my opinion. Nicki, this jacket to me, like, it just screams Celine. Honestly, like, this screams Celine, even though it's not like Celine has an exact jacket of it, but this feels exactly like something Eddie Slimane would do for Celine to make a stagewear type of look. Nicki looks really great. Like, the blonde hair looks really, really good on him. He wore the matching denim blouson with, again, the raglan sleeve and then the matching denim pants. The thing with the jacket that Nicki wore and then the pant, it feels very uniform and wash, right? It feels like it's kind of like a one piece. It almost feels like a jumpsuit actually. And then I think the sleeve proportion on Nicki looks really, really good as well because it has the raglan sleeve, right? And the sleeve kind of tapers a little bit towards his arm and stacks perfectly on the arm. I think he looks really good. He has really good proportions as well. I think it really made him feel very cool, you know what I mean? It makes him feel very cool guy, which I really liked about him. The bedazzled kind of Western yoke here, the bedazzled with the kind of like lime green buns. It feels very cool. The buns in the back as well. Everything about it made him feel very cool guy to me. I really liked his outfit a lot. I think he looks really, really good. I think that in terms of the overall concept of the outfits, I think it was fine. I get they were trying to go for that Western desert cowboy vibes, but do you guys see what I'm saying now that we've gone through all the looks? That to me, it didn't really feel like Prada, right? Nothing to me really gave signature Prada. Nothing felt like, oh, this is Prada, other than kind of like the belt buckle, which, you know, honestly, I will say that the belt is kind of like, it's kind of a moment, right, guys? Like, the belt is kind of a moment. Like, I really like the silver belt with the silver Prada plaque detailing. I really kind of like that. But yeah, other than that, I feel like the outfits it was good. It was cool. But let's get into what I would have liked to see on the kind of Prada outfits, or like what I would have liked to see Prada do instead of these denim outfits. Again, you guys, I get what they were trying to do with the denim outfits. I really do. The Western denim cowboy theme, I get all that. But for me, if I'm thinking about Prada, I would have liked to see, for example, one thing I think would have been really cool is if they were. So Prada is known, one of the core fabrics or core signatures is this kind of nylon fabric, right? That the kind of sheen nylon material. Have you guys seen it? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Prada nylon. Like, we all know the Prada nylon. If you're into fashion, you know the Prada nylon. I think that would have been very cool that instead of denim, they could have done a Prada nylon moment, like matching Prada nylon set, but then have the nylon be contrast stitched with Western elements, right? Like, that would have been very cool if they had the Prada nylon jacket and then pants, but then they had like the Western yoke detailing here like they have on the shirts, right? Like, that would have been very, very cool. Or they could have done the Prada nylon and they could have done some kind of iridescent contrast stitching that make it really shine under the Coachella stage lights. Like, are you guys seeing the vision? Are you guys feeling the vision? Like, that could have been a gag as well. That would have been very true to Prada. That would have had a Prada moment element to it, but then it also would have had that kind of like Western element that they wanted to go for as well, right? Like, are you guys seeing the vision? Like, tell me you're seeing the vision, because I thought of this, you guys. Another thing that I think could have been cool is as instead of the up shirts, because Prada is like very famous for the camp collar shirts, the printed camp collar shirts. I think they could have incorporated that in a cooler way instead of like the kind of Western bun-up shirts they were doing with the snap buns. I feel like they could have done a camp collar shirt and more of an open jacket, right? Like, let's say they did a camp collar shirt here with a lot of prints here. They could have done more of like a denim kind of bolero, if that makes sense, and more of like an open moment where we can see more of the shirt. That would have been very cool as well. Yeah, like that. I feel like that could have been an element that they could have harnessed. They could have done something like that. They could have done cowboy boots. Or I feel like instead of the leather denim hybrid that we saw in Heeseung, it would have been very cool if they were kind of able to make some kind of denim and tailored wool suiting hybrid. That would have been very cool as well. Like, imagine like secret cowboy Western agent. If that sounds like, makes sense. Like, that would have been very cool. I think that would have been like very true to product. That would have been like, unexpected. Like, let's say there were these undercover cowboy agents. Yeah, like that was my thinking. But yeah, in terms of the overall outfits, I will say for me, I think in conclusion, to kind of sum this all up, I do think that the outfits or the custom outfits that Prada made for Enhypen were cool, but the potential for the outfits to be even cooler had Enhypen chosen to go with another brand definitely were there. Do you guys agree with that, what I'm saying? Like, yes, Prada made a cool Western themed outfit, but it didn't really feel true to Prada. It didn't really show off the Prada flair, and had Enhypen gone with a more true to Western themed or aesthetic brand, the potential for even cooler stage outfits were definitely there. Right? Like, can you guys agree to that? Let me know if you guys agree to that. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Well, this was like a ramble, you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Enhypen stage outfits. Who was your favorite? Do you guys agree with the saying? Do you think Prada was the perfect choice? Do you think Prada was the too commercial of a choice? Was it too much of a capitalistic choice, like I'm thinking? Or do you think I'm just being annoying and like too nitpicky? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you thought of this video. Were you into this outfit review or like this Coachella outfit review? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, be honest, like always, I've been loving your guys' comments, and let me know what you thought. The Coachella performance honestly was Not gonna lie, it was pretty major, but yeah, I don't know. Like, we're going on a little bit of a tangent at the end here. Like, if you're still around, like, let me know how you feel about that. But the last thing I do want to say is that, I don't know, like, you guys, it really did just feel like, I know I'm rambling about this so much, but I really did feel like the choice to have Prada dressed in Enhypen for the show, it honestly just was, it was too obvious of a choice, right, you guys? It was too obvious a choice. It was too commercial of a choice. It was too capitalist of a choice. And the way they did it, it just came across as too intentional. It came across as way too intentional. They had all this coverage from it. They had like all these news outlets like record them getting ready and showing Enhypen with Prada, Prada this, Prada that. Prada first to dress at Enhypen, and Enhypen first to wear custom Prada on Coachella stage. It just felt like too much. It was just too obvious, you guys. It was too obvious. It was too all of that. But yeah, like, let me shut up now. Anyways, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like I said, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video where I'll be reviewing Jennie, Lisa, and XG. You guys.